Hello and welcome to another Demis Helen tutorial. Today we are going to look at Cthulhu by Xfer Records. This is connected through Serum and I'm going to show you how to generate chord structures really easily. I do appreciate that this is not a new plugin, but it is definitely one to add to your collection, especially for the 30 quid mark. It's a quick, simple, easy buy, and it can generate your chord structures and your arpeggios. So, this is a chord structure that I developed using Cthulhu. I actually use the classical Vivaldi Winter preset there. And this picks out chord structures based on that style. Okay, so I built a chord structure out of that, which sounds very Deadmau5-ish, really, very progressive. Then you can create some really weird things. So again, I created this with the Vivaldi Winter preset. So if you want to hear that as a track, leave a comment down below. The more comments I get, the more chance that I will make that into a track, because it sounds really epic, but I will probably get around to like selecting it and just deleting it at some point. But if you guys want to hear that into a track, I'll do a video and we'll get it released. Okay, so how does Cthulhu work? We are going to choose this C minor D major, D sharp major preset here. So I've got that out of the iconic section here, so you can pick all these different ones. And we're going to create some chords, and we're going to create them in this space over here. So let's just select that space there so we have a bit of recording space. I won't go through how to link them together, but we'll do that in a separate video. So now Cthulhu is being played through there. So what happens is you press one note on the keyboard. So if I pick a B, middle B, we get what is showing here, a D sharp major sustained fourth. So I'm just pressing one key at a time and it's generating a new chord for each key I press. So if we turn the chords off, and I'll just show you a pattern and then I'll show you with the chords on. So we have the B, C, and then C sharp, and then C again. So I'm just pressing those three notes. As soon as you turn chords on, so suddenly I've generated a chord structure just using Cthulhu and understanding using this preset. So let's just record that and then I'll show you what is actually happening visually as well. So let's just put it to the end here, put the metronome on. And here we go. Let's start that again, because I have no rhythm whatsoever clearly there. Let's start again. Okay, so we have our loop there. So we'll go into the Serum one. There's the chords that we've just recorded. I'm just going to quantize them up so they're all lovely and in time. We're going to shorten that down. All right, and we need to quantize. Snap to the grid. All right, so there's our chord structure. And they match in with the chords that we saw on Cthulhu. Cthulhu channel actually just records the notes are pressed, so you can see the B, the C sharp, and then the C again. And that's all I've done. So if we just mute Cthulhu, because it starts generating the chords again because it's connected to Serum, once we've got them. Let's quantize the lengths. So we've got a chord structure that I would necessarily not have ended up on when I set out to create something that sounds quite minor in a kind of progressive style. So if we double up the bass, so we've got that there, that all the way over to there and then back up. So we've got a relatively easy pattern. I've just done 16th notes. And we're going to chuck it down 1 octave. I'm just going to zoom in and take the quantize off so I can stop those notes overlapping on the swing preset I've got on there. So we've suddenly just got a track born out of 3 notes using Cthulhu. Okay, so let's just add them again. Open Cthulhu. So what it's doing is essentially generating a chord from a single note. So it's giving you all these opportunities. So if we play that same rhythm again and add maybe another one in. The possibilities are endless. So you can't play chords that fast if you are not a trained pianist. If you don't understand chords, at least you can hear by ear, is how I started. You can hear by ear how things work. So that's just using the C minor and D major. So if we pick C, F sharp minor and A major, play the same key, so the B, the C and the C sharp. So you get a very similar sound, but in a different key. So the possibilities are endless. Let's pick another one. Let's go for E minor to G major. It's based on how you want it to sound. Obviously there's endless possibilities of chords in there. But I have to say one of the best features, let's go back to the original preset we had. Alright, is we have the Arpeggiator. Now we have loads of little bits and bobs in here. So we have the note, random selector, the octave, the pitch, the velocity scales, gate, late, and the harmony. We're just going to focus on the arpeggio section. So suddenly, as soon as I press the B, we've got this new arpeggio. Now they're all going upwards. So if the next one up is down arpeggio, then it's up and down, then it's down, then up. Then we have kind of a up and then doubled up top bit there, so we get you kind of get it rising then holding at the top, then you get it falling and holding at the bottom, and then we have back and forth as it rises, and then we have back and forth as it falls. So we have a variety of arpeggio styles. So let's just hear it going upwards. Let's just turn the swing down a bit. Okay, so it's just going up, back to the beginning, rising up constantly. So let's narrow this down just to here. So and we'll have re-trigger on here. In fact, let's just keep it all on. Alright, so we're just going upwards. Let's have going downwards across that first part. So you can mix it up that way, or let's just stop that there. We could have up down patterns there. So you can see it's a different pattern because there's only 4 notes in there, whereas 5 notes in there. So let's pick the one with 3 notes, so you can hear it going back and forth. Let's have a rise up and down, all the way across. So it's constantly going up and down. Then we can have constantly going down and up. And then we can have constantly going up and holding at the top. and then we can have constantly falling down and holding at the bottom. So it lingers a little bit more at the bottom there, and then we can have back and forth as the rises. And then obviously the same again here, but the opposite way around. So it's a very powerful piece of kit. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a up and down, up and down, up and down, and then we'll mix it up towards the end like that. Then we'll have a downfall and a downfall, and then we'll mix it up here and we'll listen to the results. Okay, so we've got something a little bit different there. Let's just turn the gate up. So you can hear how we've just generated an arp from something very, very random. We can start messing around with octaves. So you've got this amazing moving melody now. And then the beauty of it is if we go over here, get ready to record. Okay, we'll mute Cthulhu there, have a look at this. It's actually mapped out your arpeggio into the piano roll there. So let's just put the quantize back on. We seem to be missing that. Let's make it a bit lower. So as you can see, they're the different octaves where I've shifted the octaves around on that arpeggio. So we've just created this amazing kind of rhythm from absolutely bugger all. Let's just have that across there. Let's have it a bit faster. So you can create these amazing chord structures, arpeggios. It's entirely up to how you want to do it. So I'm just going to put that up to 1, 2, 3. So that's really a very quick look into Cthulhu. I hope you found it useful. We might delve into it a little bit more when I use it in future videos. We could experiment with more notes in the chords or in the arpeggios. We'll experiment with pitch, so we don't actually move the keys. We'll change the pitch of each individual arp note. The velocities, that's just how loud they are and how quiet they are. And then we can change the gates, so some of the notes are a lot shorter or longer. And then we can mess around with some harmonies and stuff. But that's the main thing, getting the chords started. Then you can generate some arps using the same chords and actually record them into the piano roll and see the arpeggio itself so you can manipulate it. It tells you the chord. It shows you the chord. What could you ask for? What else is there? I think that's a brilliant plugin. It's one of the best buys of this year so far. Can't believe I've not actually bought it until now. I thought I'd just show you guys, and we might make some tracks or some demos and use Cthulhu first and then progress with the tutorial. So let's see what happens. So thank you for watching. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter as usual, and again I will see you in the next video.